Victor is a word mention near doing. I think that he's a word mention.
Okay.
The real
deal
now is between Hakimi and Salah. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Rich, one 2025 men's Ballon d'Or ranking. So, for the first four, Dembele, Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Mo Salah. According to Omo Muvoti, Dembele, Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Mo Salah. And we've said it, say, a Queen Liverpool for so free mu in the Champions League and Temka Krano against PSG. And they affect Mo Salah, ne ranking, no. Senka Liverpool, Elko ne Nimua. Rich, and Mo Salah ebeje Ballon d'Or, no. Enti, Mo Salah enya season basao. He had a great season. One of the greatest in his life. To run the numbers, is
it not because Achraf Hakimi is a defender?
I'm talking about Mo Salah.
Maybe in terms of Ballon d'Or, first ranking, you can't say Mohamed Salah and Achraf Hakimi, because Achraf Hakimi won the Champions League with Paris Saint-Germain. Liverpool, no, Mo Salah and the Liverpool ni. So what I say, but Debiana said the Ekano strikers because of goals. And there be a you see, a chain defenders.
You see, so Oka Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool as someone in the top four had two Paris Saint-Germain players.
Sure.
Dembele no winning at the end, and Vitinha.
Yeah.
And they are well represented there. But I'm saying, say, the entire Mimigi say it is a deal between Salah and Hakimi. They say Liverpool from win the Champions League quite early, which affected Salah ranking. No? But Odiano Tunchaya, he had one of the greatest seasons. That is the reason why every awards in England, there was no debate. Say, Mohamed Salah is best player. And he won all the awards. PFA Player of the Season, Sports Writers. Straight Mohamed Salah. Oh, we no, sorry, Liverpool G League. No. Look, Salah numbers are great, and he did well. But Rich, it would be very difficult. Say, I feel like African Footballer of the Year, no. Obi be sign Hakimi who no dey mo be fufuro. And a Newman kitty bi. I remember Hakimi winning. Number one, he won every trophy in France, including the Champions League na Salah Bobi no. And it's a Salah Uji League on Uji League ni bi.
Sure.
Sa Uji FA Cup on Uji ni de. Osa koji Coupe de France in poker ho, and osa beji Champions League. Number two, Tima Eyi Liverpool film and until I affected Salah no was a shot for Kimi's Paris Saint-Germain.
Timinusha and Kwamesabo.
Oh, you know. Oh, yeah, no. Or finals of the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, Rich, I am still telling you, sir, in the minds of voters, sir, over African continent, people have not forgotten what Morocco and the brave African football at the last World Cup. And it will still look, no more be brave. It will not be in the year under retrospect. But what Morocco national team has done for Africa in the last World Cup, still now the Moroccan players nechi. And Rich, yeah, remember World Cup qualifiers, you know. Achraf Hakimi once again has led his Moroccan team to do the best. And Maminka Asembi, Rich, in voting, there's something we call recency bias. In Pemprey, or former womb. Every time I'm going for a fee, former now womb doing the dressing idea air pair about one. And so, Salah Nancy and dip in form, you dip in numbers now. Rich, be there the professor Ashafa Kimi will win. And for me, though he is a defender, I entire appreciate you more and Omajumo Mudiano. Rich, say Ashafa Kimi winning African Footballer of the Year. Who will complain?
Right.
Who? Why never complaining? Is he not the best player on the African continent now? Is he not? The fact that all his goals, baby, all my assists, baby, on to baby, on your attacker, no, does it take anything away from him being the best player on the African continent? I think no. And Nancy Asobakaya, we posted a video of Ashraf Hakimi on Namkwaso Konasna team, on Krebs or Mobo Sikoboy. Rich, all those things put you in the minds of voters and people say you are not just a footballer, but you are a role model. And some money in a carbon for you to be the face of African football today and the ambassador. Maybe they will vote there.
Straight up.
I will vote for Abraham and Ashraf Hakimi.
Anka, yeah, closely.
Victor, a word mention here doing. I think that he's a word mention.
Okay.
The real
deal
now is between Hakimi and Sarr. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Rich, one 2025 men's Ballon d'Or ranking. So, for the first four, Dembele, Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Mo Salah.
Papa Unsimane Edunai 9:14. Yatana said the agreement some Brem where the weekend edition. Na when we say Memenda Diani on repa 3 solid hours. Yatana see the agreement some kwa and a deba copim sadumi no. Ebebo garbage on Matanase. Sanso and Andy Costa and so Tanase. On the combo no. Ombaba Kabu na from the Aquamane. Na amonene nsema mobobo anu ni na no mabedin komo no e de akyeremu wi na Bismarck Usempa Ayala aba be kame ho na ye wewura nsem titiu this weekend games eba so awo aye Europe no ni na no yaye a proper preview of the games na ya be fie e de fie so ensem no etimi e de Abraham Timisaw join live awo YouTube Insha TV. YouTube Insha TV. Oba me sewa da se de bia mo yama me no. Channel no mon subscribe mame. Aha. Obo nse ubie YouTube na na obo Insha TV ni bia. Obo nse adoma bi ho click sa adoma no so. Aha, bell. O click so anu na kire se wa subscribe YouTube channel no. Eno kire se anytime bia ye tenase ya we say anka me tenase ya abo so anya message. Say Nhyira passports live into Unsubra na ebra be hwe into ya ne say wi a na odo message no aka ho yakoba na ma be kan messages a odo amode abrain na no ewo dwumadi no so ewo Nhyira TV nyame show time for choosing Nhyira passports over the others and anopaying na nan common doso from amonene e de be fie efie de enye de kra na asemo ba ni na mu no yen nanim say nyame adom ochina na El Clasico Spain eno ebaso the biggest derby na Real Madrid and Barcelona na ebo ochina 3:15 p.m. and as a game between atodwa na game no ehonsem bebre Barca for koya appeal coach first Hansi Flick umbeka konya red card na appeal no empenifo anyantum enti what that means is that ochina Barcelona team no ɛnyɛ Hansi Flick ɛna ɛbɛtena ɛyɛ bench ɛsɛ Real Madrid players no ɔmo bu afu abrante ɛfɛ ne sɛ ɛyɛ Lamine Yamal adentia ano nso nsɛm ɛba na wonim sɛ classico ɛba so yi both Real Madrid and Barcelona na no okay players ɔmo prepare 16 players bɛn ano nso yɛde mu nkɔmɔ nyinaa no ɛde ɛba na ɛkɔ Premier League no nso a Chelsea ɛnɛ ɔmo ne Sunderland Manchester United yɛbɔ Brighton and Hove Albion Brentford and Liverpool Arsenal Crystal Palace Aston Villa Man City ni nyinaa no ɛtifo yɛbɛdi saa nkɔmɔ ni nyinaa ɛwɔ ɛyɛ show no so ɔkɔ Italy Napoli bɛtena fie nomo atwɛn ɛyɛ Inter Lazio ɛne Juve bɛbɔ na Bundesliga no nso no Mönchengladbach atena fie atwɛn Inform Bayern Munich bobo kuna no nso no ɛtifo yɛbɛka wasɛm ɛwɔ dwumadie no so French League deɛ ɛtɛn sɛ Brest ɔmo nso bɛtena fie na ɔmo atwɛn team a yɛfam sɛ Paris Saint-Germain ne nyinaa na ho nsɛm ɛwɔ ha Manchester United player friend sɛ Bruno Fernandes ɔso no ɔbɛfiri Manchester gye sɛ wagye Premier League no ɛna the UEFA Champions League ne nyinaa no yɛde nkyerɛmu ɛbrɛ mu ɛwɔ dwumadie no so na yɛbɛfie a ɛnra atiefoɔ deɛ ɛtɛ ne sɛ Kumase Asante Kotoko ewuram ɛwɔ Morocco ɔmo ɛne wako Morocco ɛna ɛkɔbɔ in the second leg na atiefoɔ deɛ ɛtɛ ne sɛ game no baa no wie no na Kotoko agye num 5 ama ɔmate ɛka no ɛyɛ baako wode bɛka first leg no Kotoko gye 6 agyensia ɛna ɔmode ba kurom adi ne yɛsi players yi ɔmbɔ game no obi ankasa ɔmahu smooth level 6 ɛna Kumase Asante Kotoko no agye ɛde tia wako Morocco ntimi kasa yi Kotoko afim ɔmo ntimi advance to the next stage na no mu na yɛnka asasɛm no kura nwie yɛnkɔte a yɛsɛ Kotoko striker Albert Amoa ɔno so Kumase Asante Kotoko atɔn no undisclosed fee ɛde no ama team a yɛfam sɛ ɛyɛ El Ali awɔ ɛyɛ Libya nsɛm yi akɔfa nsɛm bebree ɛne adeɛ ba ɛno nso yɛde ɔno bɛtum anɔpɛ na medie kasamafoɔ de ma Kumase Asante Kotoko alo asafo duku na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu Albert Amoa situation na ɛyɛ ase bɛwu ɔde yɛnkɔmmra saa interview no nso ha ni na yɛbɛka wasɛm awɔ dwumadie no so Ghana Premier League ɛwram awɔ week 7 ɛno nso ho ɛnsɛm wɔ ɛno a Lions hyɛ mmiɛnsa nyame yɛde ma ɔkyena House of Oak and Gold Stars ne nyinaa no atifoɔ yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu na ɛdi nkɔmmɔ no ɛtumi ɛde ama this many more weekend edition of Nhyira Digital Passports atifoɔ yɛaboaboa no a yɛde ɛbrɛ mu na mmom agye sɛ Gabi Tuam Gabi the foreigner ɛna Andy Costa ɛde ɛkɔ amane ne ɛba akwasi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now what you saying?
Who nyame adom me ho ye.
Me ase.
Me ho ye pa.
Na me hwe Kotoko games am so masa. And North Africans ne dey. Gabon so.
But you see little mistakes o kabana.
Say eno na ma ne eye that Gabon. Yes, I understand.
Enye bebre. Answer
Nyama kitting little details.
Afre na dia Dabi Savuduku. Don't know can say I say well who friends be and another nyon.
I say work team no. And central for na my hype team na
I say me ya ne na ya adwene kwan bi so. Tie me ye kwan bi so. The ntia make us I say ball na me hweye. On say proud to say corner kick ni be ba na Kotoko etu no. Flanks no ho so no obi ohwe game ni bia no. Ebe dia dance say Kotoko left side ho. Kwabena the way no musi use ho. No musi boni no na meti TV nechi na me say sa de no I say difference no nse da anye den enso so
Timo show 6
okwa nya botre enti na me ka say 6 ne de o ma se Kotoko de be ball na Kotoko e born in the early stages no tama na ball no eye 1-0 no Kotoko e ba be tama na ye 1-1 no kwa me obi o hwe that minute na be pem ho no ewu say as a difference in nse down
so quality was right. I say show
anything I say you can't say
minimum so they disagree with you yeah say you overhyped that team or you hyped no on June show 6
winim
on level nim do
anything I say queen be so the entire America say from the start of the game from the start of the game na Kotoko ni omo bo
and you no boy na ekosi say
say no need difference no kwabra no need difference kakra na America one
eno na except levels.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So
I agree, Metias.
Gonko for the football.
I agree, Metias. But sir, from the first 30 minutes in Asamana making, we'll be here giving the BIA.
I agree with you. Tama Kotoko. A call from by a goat in there. They play well, but almost a call off.
I want any answer. Sa kwabena ho no eno ne asem no enti na make us the early stages senior game plan na kotoko ebo any composer and also no mu leave spaces for them to operate omoji gba na kotoko akame on them enti na it difficult for them to play some kind of game now omo do say omunya boss ah e do na bia na so dangerous the kotoko in their back line any ade kotoko chance in the first 30 minutes of the game no omo yasa anko betimi ni omo aye abom na
team papa bia do yen say o show weak point what capitalizing on it and pounce
I agree
exactly and na work for ni omo say kotoko players no
omo ye aboka kaze ni we ye
no
because kotoko
6-1
first 30 minutes in there kwabena na solid and they are can me asem no now we comment na about man the game na me na comment na me do has the supporters no omo comment no e would dija
mentan yes ani me but
dabi kwabena anu we ya
unim
and we ya
ye bo game we are mentan single one player and can as do
yeah
onunti na man yi say ba I think na koto goalkeeper Aziz ono gandini ze Aziz dey I forgotten the to aso na no am akoto team no
na I for no bisa so what is the bisa say na dey keeper no there na hana
go there me te fan ho bi chim ho no eno am ehunu sa to be honest with you eno wa mo akoto team but do the enkomra enkom ni nimra na etie for me samo join a live our YouTube Insha TV ya come ni enso aba.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Well, okay, I was saying about a conqueror farmer, so now Edin Seminole, and the other matches for her. In fact, the 10 year Charles Bebo came in fully beside header, and not the difficult to be about. And who called German Bundesliga matches and so SRC at trendy our home team, my SRC free German Bundesliga. But Yakato said, you're so live, YouTube, who call YouTuber, and no, you're Nhyira TV, our YouTube handle, not auto comment. No, and the nano pay yakin kankaka, and the Mampato, Veda Bremen Bobo Kodomo, Ebataba Kuma Union, Berlin, or more Tibatis Hasso, and the matches are at Totana, say the city, Osberg Como, and I'll be live the Canadian, and after Bayern Munich, Equa, Borussia, Mönchengladbach, now we came to sweat to be attended, and Frankfurt, and St. Paulina Elbow, and after Hamburger LV Womo, and so and Wolfsburg, Eddie Siene, and Sanati Offian, Womo, and Heranium, and the Jan Thompson of Borussia Dortmund, at a signal you do now. Many I call na just almost so edisiene. At the matches are to say in the city Leverkusen. How many Freiburg elbow men so 5. Elquaco trust to God now for game them at Matanesiano. Say no mutable is it 21 points. Bayern Munich Bobo Konomuna LED Anafe. I'll be live the 16 points or more at Tosumionomi and San I to Gatomo. Our 15 points now in Borussia Dortmund. One of our 14 points. By no fall of a course and so our 14 points or Tosu in and team coming in about to the Hurricane and the LED 12 goals near Hurricane and African Wizan Hanson aircraft 5 goals Ubenya Louisia so aircraft 5 goals now when you Christopher Bungadna 4 goals Ubenya Brantan team and so there's Slani 4 goals and Sana Ia Sansa and so aircraft 4 goals Michael Olise 4 the Coraseo Grassi aircraft 4 Alejandro Elmedo and so craft 4 Honti Sana command Echo German Bundesliga Mamenko League and Yenin Kobaka and other Paris FC at Nafi Adiasa Nantubo Kobo Montanamino Amamuswa Timubakano pay Matisa Etota and now we are 3 p.m. and PSG or money started Brasua game and also Eba so AS Monaco and Milano Numo so at Nafi to lose na Ebo and so when the RCD loans Mokono one Olympic to Marseille and they decided to Matisa Betrene and Anano pay Yaka Chekaka and the Amawachi Sawo Nasuna Ninatino at the matches matches no so betwene no wobenya limit to po abro me meth bobo kwani se ne angesh wo mo any Laurent na elbow no agya ejo ohia wo mo enso ni le half edi se na fe team and tin at start Rene wo mo enso any OG series be se ne ansa no anya team and tin enso edi Olympic Leona ade so mo Strasbourg na tase elbow enti ano yankoba kakwa so etodwa ewo dwumade so na no pe no yade ho nsebri bi enso edi time wo ewo yes shawo so na yento so ade se Paris Saint-Germain wo league log na pato eno mo na lead team and team ade Olympic to say wo mo na LED uhwema 18 points in the club na wanya PH wo enso kra 17 points team and team ade Strasbourg enso atoso me 16 points wanya RCD loss wo toso 9 wo mo 16 points 15 points no ekra Olympic Leona eno yankoma etota ewo dwumade so pato de tiene abranta ne din enso ade aya Joaquin aya Penachir pato wonum enso ekra 7 goals no wanya Mason Greenwood on ukra 6 goals wanya enso 40 wonum ekra aya 5 goals ansana Bradley Bacola ekra 4 goals for afe Esteban aya Lepa wonum enso ekra aya 4 goals na fe wanya Frank aya Magri wonum 4 goals anum aya reporter efi friendly gun adi eba awdumade so na no pe no meka check akra adi edabo mamen ko Spain na men ko din koma kakra wo ko Spain anu ada game etoja anu ye ries sada no motena fie ati Sevilla for ya o mate Barca edi Barca ho agron pato wo makwa we akwa akodi nto ade sentra me no mde mo enso atimi timu ba ko atasanya asam ko to abanta de ade Mikelo Yazabe wono ana bonta ni nyina ade ma ries sada dan sana abanta de tin enso ade Gudech ati karim ba ko ade ama Sevilla pato de tene ena matesa etoja ngeruna wo mo ni Rio Viado ebo enom eye awia 12 pm na fe ye 2:15 eno ye ete wo mo kwa koto Espanyol Barcelona na yenya Athletic Club de ba wo mo trafie eno ye 4:30 wo mo ye tefe na ebo ansana Valencia wo mo suba trafie ena Mestalla enya sam koto kwa 7 pm no wo mo anu via na edisi ne Monday Night Football pato eno so ente be twene enya sam koto na de tense etenada matches eno so etodwa no eno so egugu so dendeni a wo wempa de Mallorca wo mo 11 edibese ne ansana cha de classic eno ye 3:15 tienie 3:15 live commentary our video ma hatena ya de baba enom enso aya Madrid bobo kono omne Barcelona na abana fe enye Osasuna omne Celta Vigo bebo Rayo Vallecano enumene no nwotwe ana omne Deportivo Alaves enso edie na eno adana tase ukoma the Supreme Court ewuli yesa sisia de La Liga no we meet team matches on Friday and after Monday said the mandatory bibia no okay legally ade say your mo birthright say La Liga stadium matches on Monday and kwabena as usual Monday Real Betis womna Atletico Madrid and this year no ya nwumere no nwotwe sabe pen and community na uko table no so dia Madrid bobo kono 24 points omo and LED Barcelona etosumi no omo so 22 points na fe woba benya Villarreal omo 17 points omo etosumi sansan and 9 no Atletico Madrid omo 16 points Real Betis and so 16 points into no when the team omo points yape omo goals yape and fe wo so dia position keke and sesa no muso edi kwakosia ne killing Mbappe lo 10 ekwa aya 10 goals Julian Alvarez ekwa 6 goals and afa nya abranta de Arthur Young wodom enso ekwa 5 goals ubenya Vidal Muruki wodom 5 goals Vinicius Junior 5 goals Andrew Silva 4 goals Ferran Torres 4 goals na fe wanya Ivan ayo Robi ono so 4 goals eno yam koma etoto efi aya La Liga adi eba ewodwumadi so
okay nti yanto so free Italy na mame fatuma nim se weekend we matches eba so Italian Serie A no no de tiene se Andra Friday Giuseppe Meazza Stadium yenya team aye from se AC Milan ofie wom any pizza ebo 2-2 na Andra Milan kema eba so no aye brante offense Rafael Leao won any kan share first goal anima team je from se AC Milan eno wachi Juan Guillermo Cuadrado e de penalty ebe poli parity anima team from se pizza eno wachi mame fatuma nim se Andra Angola o ma brante na fan Mbala Nzola at the second goal ebe so anima pizza team no eti Andra at a point na pizza team na oba we no will the AC Milan by 2-1 nemo yebe we game 90 plus 3 minutes and Switzerland o ma brante na fan say Zakari Atekami 90 plus 3 we benya equalizer edma AC Milan eti Andra Milan ofie omne pizza ebo 2-2 na ena Saturday matches ne bato so matches ne bato so Italian Serie A num na the tense ne bo 1 o'clock pm 2 games ena baso na Parma Estadio Inio Tardini wom any como enebo eno achi Udinese Calcio ebetenafie Estadio Froli wom bo Lecce afi ebo 4 o'clock pm defending champions the Patanopis of Napoli. Na Napoli team at Nefie our Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Any Inter Milan enable after 6:45 p.m. Cremonense our Estadio Giovanni Zini. Womubo team from say Atalanta. Nyankupo Yaduma Ochina Sunday. Early kickoff 10:30 a.m. Anopa. Na Torino at Nefie. Omoni team from say Genoa enable. And watch Hellas Bologna. Our Estadio Marc Antonio Bettincodi. Womubo Cagliari. Sassuolo at Nefie. Our Stadio Mapi. Città del Tricolore. Our Reggio nell'Emilia. Any the Gelorossi of AS Roma enable. After Fiorentina. Our Estadio Atame Franchi. Womubo team from say Bologna. Na Fede Bianco Celesti of SS Lazio. Woman Tinefio was Stadio Olimpico Rome. Watching 6 and 7:45 p.m. Woman any team from say Juventus and Ebo. Na Mame from Tumanim say after match week 7. Our Serie A table soon a similar team no. Woman 8 matches. Na Milan our 17 points. And watch Inter Milan Atosumino. Woman our 15 points. Your Napoli Omotosumian say Omo 15. And watch AS Roma Tosunai. Woman our 15 points. And after Bologna. Woman Tosu Enuma Omo 13 points. Na dia teams a couple Cannonieri a top scorer Italy. Na uko Serie A numa Recano Ossolini wasina ka Edma Bologna was 5 goals and watch Christian Pulisic and Nico Pass woman na asha 4 goals ubenya Ange Juan Boni afe Giovanni Simeone Lautaro Martinez Marcus Thuram Matthias Sule Matthias Canisari and afa Rentia Fence Calvin De Bruyne woman na asha 3 goals apisa and on penya de won pina emetefo nyina el show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM afa free Italy na yansan en Formula England na de tense over Premier League numa weekend where Manchester Airbus na a match week 9 and a weekend where Airbus Premier League num na a chassis free Andra Friday Andra Elland Road yenya newly promoted side from Leeds United woman tefi esha 2 Emma West Ham United team no woman te ekanimu bako na sese okwa West Ham United enoma enshana ko yesa se mani Jennifer Nuno Espirito Santo after se obayan enoma sheran fai na Nuno Espirito Santo about 4 games edema tima jo from say West Ham United wonya win na unim say West Ham United the last 6 games are omabono West Ham United Ewinibi woman lose 5 oma draw 1 woman lose 3-0 edema Tottenham Hotspurs and watch woman lose 2-1 edema Crystal Palace woman Everton about 1-1 woman lose 2-0 edema Arsenal woman lose 2-0 edema Brentford and Andrew woman lose 2-1 edema team from say Leeds United et West Ham United team no and mama Nhyira enkoye na Nuno Espirito Santo wabe second manager in the history of Tima Jeffro say West Ham United wabo the first 4 games wenya enya win na manager first Manuel Pellegrini 2018 September and where sa record make say Nuno Espirito Santo one so abe sa record na no pede wonsem emetifo nyina el show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na mami front to say ene your Premier League games Eba so na de tense about 2 o'clock p.m. 2 games and Eba so na Chelsea Stamford Bridge wom any Sunderland and Ebo na Sunderland team eno ma chase koyemompa unim say woman Chelsea team ni nyina no woman nyina our points per omo nyina 14 points na under manager France Enzo Maresca ne pre-match press conference Eba so no manager na say yemfa to obianim say Osha Sunderland for na beka say bon omo nimbo nimo over Premier League no so womo the same points with Chelsea a chance Sunderland for the ball omuni ball enti Premier League game bianwa easy edema Chelsea yente the Blues of Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca.
I think they show since the season start that they are a very good team. They play together, they work together, they play as a team. Also in terms of results, they have the same points than us, so they are showing how good they are doing since they start. And again, it's Premier League game. I don't think there is any game that can be easy. They are all difficult.
Okay, the Blues of Chelsea, my manager fancy Enzo Maresca, and I'm a manager and Case or Casano. Now, Mammy Fontuan is a Newcastle United team. No, one better if you else in Genesis Park, one any Fulham and Ebo, after about 4:30 p.m. Old Trafford, Manchester United and Brighton and Ebo. Now, the last 6 games are United and Brighton Albono. Surprisingly, Brighton are in Makumako 5. I'm a Manchester United, I in a Bakupe, a Chelsea Brighton for no. One about Old Trafford, the last 3 games are team from Brighton. One about Old Trafford, Nina Omarene. Now, manager first, Ruben Amorim Andra. Wakasa, one and manager, Adama Manchester United. Now, would the United manager, Wakasa for a game, no Yentie Manchester United manager first, Ruben Amorim.
I think it's the first thing we were again, really focus on during the game. Then we play different games. So we have one identity, one way of playing, but we adapt what kind of game we need to play in the moment. And you can sense that the first half against Sunderland was not the same as the second half. We know how to manage that. And then against Liverpool, of course, we scored right away in the first play, and then we managed the game playing in the different style because was needed in that moment. That is a
okay. Ruben Amorim say Osha Manchester United against Sunderland and after Liverpool and so I want to Manchester United team no when we improve pa and I Manchester United manager and the Sansem to January no Mama fan to him say and Saturday about 7 o'clock p.m. your Brentford team Omofi omone Liverpool enable na Anslot manager Adama Tima je from say Liverpool manager say yemfa to obianim say wo hu ade ba ko bi na ade Anslot eso hu say once a Premier League managers no wo mu ekwan Liverpool efa so ebobo na wo de enti Liverpool manager na ko fa so kan nsem wi a me ba be kirekirem.
Because people ask me, why was it difficult today? Then, if that is your question, I have to answer it. Why it's difficult? And the answer lies in the tactics of the other manager, which is a compliment to him. But at a certain moment, it's so clear. Everybody does this. And even now, I've heard that when we played Frankfurt, there were talks between their staff and Glasner, who worked there, of course, and he explained them their way of playing, which is normal, that these things happen. So, yeah.
Okay, Liverpool manager fans Anslot and our tenant can Anslot to say, managers no more Premier League no. Say among a team from say Liverpool, a fast ebo now okay part timer. Womukobo Champions League game our way or Germany. A team from say Frankfurt no. Over here Oliver Glasner, one and say why manager Edema team from say Crystal Palace. Yes, Frankfurt for a friend. Ebusan say Anyabian a crime banner team. She from say Liverpool, a fast bobo. Emma Omamu Clue, a chess say teams no enwe kwan fa Liverpool team no e fa so ebobo ne mo ka che ne players ne se e was mo adapt se da bia eno ba kama edema team a je from say Liverpool eno I Anslot kakra de tu dwana no pani re wonsem e ma tiefo nyina e o show no so na Nyankopon ya doma wo kina Sunday above 2 o'clock p.m. 4 games and eba so Premier League no na Bournemouth team eba tena fi our Vitality Stadium wom ane Nottingham Forest ene ebo eno wa chi the Gunners Arsenal omo form papa na Arsenal tena fi our Emirates Stadium wom bo Crystal Palace manager fan say Mikel Arteta one and manager Adama Arsenal yabusan say Arsenal munya kona ehu pa na set pieces say eno Mexico or Arsenal yenti Arsenal manager je fan say Mikel Arteta.
Because I don't see football like open play and set pieces. I see the game in a different way.
And yet football seems to be going more to teams who want to be like you, scoring from set pieces. How have you done and perfected?
With work. First of all, creating the culture, giving to that part of the game the importance that it has, understanding that the game football is evolving and the opponents are behaving against us, that we have to maximize certain things that happen very frequently. So something that happens very frequently better has a lot of value to us. So trying to maximize that and be effective. I think it has to be. I wasn't here, but 10 years ago I said it's a massive thing to do that, and I started to have a vision and try to implement a method and try to be surrounded.
Okay, why I Mikel Arteta Arsenal manager and our tenant can Arsenal manager and say when any place no akasa wakache ni place and say football evolve pa football konanim entino e was almost sanu mum enche say and I say Arsenal on possess ball nko no mo dia create chance ahye omunya set piece e was Arsenal e hu adwuma eno nti and nansem say Arsenal enya corner Arsenal nya free kick e ya na e hu edema opponent no ano e Mikel Arteta nsem kakra and our press conference on it Janano Pino, Jerry update Ematio for El Show so na Aston Villa team Everton Villa Park, woman the Sky Blues of Manchester City enable na Joseph Pep Guardiola, a manager, and man the Sky Blues of Manchester City, walk away one Villa enable Yentia City, one manager first Pep Guardiola.
The first 3 games, yeah, for sure we are out, and Liverpool is already done, and now it looks like Liverpool is done. And I tell you that they will be back. So I said many times, so I know that all the pundits, all the specialists, former players, they know everything is going to happen after 5 games. I'm not able to do that. So always I wait 10, 15 games to know exactly what is going on. But I think obviously Liverpool, Arsenal are there, someone else will be there, and hopefully we can be there.
Because I don't.
Okenti, where are the Sky Blues of Manchester City manager fans Josep Guardiola and our team Man City manager and say Okasana or say your Tete Premier League managers in India and Amataka say your first 5 games are and who the Obaji Premier League edesi na so no nemum one of Pep Guardiola 9 seasons was spent our Manchester City in the Otias here and say your best 50 matches equa and your Obaji Premier League edesi na so say Liverpool and Arsenal when we are ahead of Manchester City nemum yenya mo 15 games into yenya there where favorite say Obaji Premier League title edesi na so and I Pep Guardiola and at the Sansem Atuja now the chance of Ampty Wanderers our Millennium Stadium when any Burnley and Bonafe Everton team no woman Fiena or many team from Tottenham Hotspur. Some game ever so 4:30 p.m. Now after match week 8 our Premier League game now the Gunners Arsenal or many decay whom our 19 points and watch the Sky Blues of Manchester City Etosumeno whom our 16 points Liverpool Tosumians are almost 15 after bottom of Etosuna almost 15 and after Chelsea team Etosu Enuma whom so our 14 points now goal scoring chart our Premier League game Ellen Haaland one in the decay was 11 goals and watch Antoine Semenyo Esinakai and my bottom of all 6 goals Ubenya Igo Thiago one Gian Felipe Mateta women in Asha 5 goals after Danny Welbeck Jadon Anthony Nick Votamade women in Asha 4 goals after Arantia First Ili Junior Krobi Hugo Ekitike Ismail Assar Gerard Bowen Moises Caicedo Richarlison Wilson Aicedo Enzo Fernandez Eliman Ndiaye and Victor Joy Corres Omunyina so Asha 3 goals apiece and Anopeno Jere update MT for El show so
well okay so now you're trusting our fair in 70b and you can't say to me live on YouTube in Tinano Nhyira TV on YouTube okana will comment in the banana no pay to make kakra and the man other stories and also trend no nyame ani me okwa Chelsea reporter eba say yes Chelsea squad no ubehu rotation and we a Chelsea fan we a Chelsea supporter na we tell me ateni pa yes okwa Chelsea team no and in a Monday piano anya dia rotation beba in the set of midweek piano we mo tell some be rotations anafe and say omobo matches no anya dia changes ni bi beba and no anya continuously bia the usual squad at Tembia who say bia no my 11 na omobo no mu and bebo Tembia so mo agidie say matches what Chelsea dem asuye pa and the squad in depth at Chelsea no in any single match Chelsea ebetime tricky almost starting lineup ebetime abo moment so etime win matches no report free Chelsea akate e di eba e odumade so na no pay no make a check akra e di man na promising and so kasa na promise say yanka e mo bia tell say na no that Chelsea ni ayasubo we no and o sa Chelsea team na nipa ba ko bi dio ye bizan say wan dia no so say Moses Casado Casado dia na tama Casado free Chelsea team no do say midfield ho starting game na ISO no a say obo two so obo say o we be wan say wa drift ni wa ba 50 sa na e chena ba ba back 3 na won so ba be say 50 no say time ye change afa Chelsea 50 o sabe was say say pan no a we 50 na we dey bata 50 kwabna was say asofo e de body na 50 o say no say sampa Chelsea no sabe obi dia na Moses Casado dia enche Chelsea brand quality e kwa no de bo Chelsea no enso so ye pe no ye reporter promising e di eba e odumade so na no pay ye ka che kaka e dia na another ye baba ka Chelsea the African Footballer of the Year no competition no ababa ya branch the team ere Ashraf Hakimi ana dodo na etibiso branch no woni Mohamed Salah de so bu ba ko etimete na another press conference and ye bisa Luis Enrique head coach at the man PSG say we were branch na ono kwa de was African awards no eno African Ballon d'Or na ozo he pa de nipa ese ye de man no Ashraf Hakimi ono kasa ne players as branch no woni bobo ye pa was in say we asa fena nyina no who ka play oni bobo all your best right back want to be elmo ba ko wa Ashraf Hakimi din enso Emma was it the only player yento a replacement and for man easy was it auto replacement Emma Ashraf Hakimi akwabna since ni mra we na sa player na bo matches me zape nje wu yan pose player no won be pay replacement enso ediama no we buy the local room and also within the players no say kwanya ofaso conduct ni leadership rua wode ma team na ya de wo so ye penti say ye de niema we nyina ka bom na say yes ye ma award pad don't feel say Ashraf Hakimi and yes ye the award na enso de man no aye reporter pacho penyan din enso na de Luis Enrique and the eba na the Spanish Football Federation na no dan yes Barcelona for appeal here say coach and the Hans Flick na no that the second yellow card ye the man man 10 red card what to be in the Classico at no wɔn kɔ contact yɛsɛ bi a wɔn bɛtumi appeal wɔn kɔ ya the Royal Federation sɛ nya de so mbɛgye tum papa no nea wayɛ na soboɔ na yɛde abɔ no ɛne ɛyɛ ban na yɛde ama na yɛ no a nya de so mbɛsesa hwɛ nti mekɔ Barcelona ɛkɔdi nkɔmɔ kakra ɛno adakora na Prince Nkrampo bisa sɛ ɛdeɛ paa na ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ Thiago ana ɛsɛ ɔba bɛgyina akyire because amanfo so akantara na kyɛ sɛ ɔba bɛgyina bench wɔ ɛde ama Barcelona mpakyɛw woyɛ Barcelona fan na ɛkyerɛ da coach ne dina de Marcus Sok ɔno ana ɔbɛgyina akyire na afei watoto nneɛma ɛde ma Barcelona bɔbɔ kɔna sɛ head coach a wɔnom nso ɛbɔde akyire Madrid ɛno yɛ reporter ɛba ɛkyɛ sɛ na ɔpɛ meka akyire ɛde ama na Madrid nkɔma ba mu deɛ mamema mu Enrique yɛ Brazil ni Borussia ka de ma Madrid na kwabena na no da ma yɛ story saa ɛfiri last week ɛba so wonya bi mo na yɛsɛ de yɛse yɛka kyerɛ ne agent sɛ wonya team biaa na sɛ team no bɛpre sɛ ɔbɛfa no loan a wɔne team ko ne ɛni nkɔmmɔ ne yɛsɛ brante no ankasa deɛ waka akyɛ Madrid ana afei ne ɛntɔre agye ne sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔbɔ outside Spain because ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛbɔ na wɔne Madrid aba bɛsia na ɔbɔ akyɛ ɔmo ne adeade wonya no outside Spain ɛbɛtumi aboa ina brante no ankasa nso deɛ yɛse FIFA World Cup a ɛba so ɛwɔ ɛyɛ America no ngano ana brante no pɛ sɛ ɔkɔ bi ntiri onya ma playing time ɛwɔ any other team a ɛbɛtumi aboa na yɛsɛ ɔno nso ɛkɔ na nneɛma ɛyɛ kama ɛdema na ne yɛ reporter ɛtɔ dwa ɛfiri Madrid ana Fendik akakyɛ na anɔpɛ yɛka mu ɛso ɛde ama wo
ɔkɛnti yɛfiri Real Madrid na yɛntoa so ɛwɔ the United States of America na wokɔ USA sɛ Lionel Messi ɛna agyi ne din ɛna womakyin Messi game ɛba so na Inter Miami team no wɔn bɔ playoff game ɛwɔ MLS nim ɛde tia team a yɛfrɔm sɛ Nashville na Lionel Messi sɛ akɔyi nkonya Messi hyɛ 2 goals ɛyɛ 1 assist ɛma Inter Miami team no wɔn mo ne 3-1 ɛde tia Nashville na mame fra to nim sɛ obɛkia last season ɛwɔ MLS nim no ɛyɛ aberanteɛ fɛ sɛ Lionel Messi wɔno ɛna gye golden boot andro before sɛ game ɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ no wɔn mo present Lionel Messi golden boot ɛde ma no last season wɔhyɛ 29 goals ɛwɔ MLS nim ɛde ma team a yɛfrɔm sɛ Inter Miami na mame fra to nim sɛ Lionel Messi ɛwɔ ne career mu no wagye 9 golden boot na kyɛ sɛ seasons bebree ba abɔ nyinaa no sɛ yɛwɔ season awie na wopɛ top scorer Lionel Messi agye makomako 9 ɛwɔ apɔyi sɛ Messi no wɔnyɛ number 9 enso otije golden boot makomako 9 kyɛ sɛ ball woni bɔ pa no akyi no wɔsa gye Ballon d'Or makomako 8 ɛno kra deɛ obi anu sɛm da Lionel Messi adwuma no wɔnim yɛ pa na wonim sɛ the last 10 games abrantia jefra sɛ Lionel Messi abɔ no wɔhyɛ 12 goals wɔyɛ 10 assists na kyɛ sɛ 22 goal contribution in 10 games ɛde ma abrantia jefra sɛ Lionel Messi or 38 years ɛkyɛ sɛ Messi enyini no ne mɔne bɔ no ahyase ɛkɔ soro na wonim sɛ Messi career mu anra ɛna wɔhyɛ no 891 goals aka 9 goals na Lionel Messi wɔhyɛ 900 wɔyɛ 399 assists 46 trophies 100 and I said 1290 goals and assists and Abrantia je friend say Lionel Messi ayeti Messi de wo badwuma panya sam kitwa kra na je tie se annual Lionel Messi ebo brace se wonye ni 236 brace woni Abrantia fa se Cristiano Ronaldo atai wo nyina about 236 brace na mom Lionel Messi had fewer matches 161 fewer matches and about 236 brace just say Lionel Messi go no wonye striker na mom onim share na no pay no je le won sem emet for you na show no so na Nyankopon ya aduma ochina 3:15 p.m. jenim se El Clasico eba so Santiago Bernabeu na okɔ Real Madrid ana se team from se Barca rada na Barca for hobi se abnante fa se Hafia wo be available for nyame aduma ochina game eba so no nemum Andro ene ba se abnante fa se Hafia bon wontimi mobi na Barca for ne se enye injury setback eche se boy no nyese ni kron emu abere nemum Barca for ne se e was senka o progress quickly na we available ne recovery na was e baso no entimi ankoso enti omo se 1 month abrantie fan se Rafinha entimi mo informa team ye from se Barca e big blow e ma Barca se Rafinha no we can last season e El Clasico uka player ba ko a what team from se Real Madrid pa abrantie je from se Rafinha ne nyame aduma wo kina game e baso no Rafinha enya available for team from se Barca se akowa ne sadia uko Barca je o place ni bo omapra na abrantie fan se Dani Olmo Barca fan se 1 week wo be ba besia ka na team from Sebansa and what you go keep first Juan Garcia woko 2 weeks Robert Lewandowski equal 2 weeks your Hafinha oko 1 month and what you Mark Andre ter Stegen 7 weeks and of Pablo Gavira one also equal 4 months and Tibansa one more best 6 players omunyina pra and Clasico omu team MOB na oko Chelsea ko Palmer and on a report I mean second say Chelsea penny for no ejidi passes sa groin injury around face ko Palmer akunya no womu say enshira enya injury ehu bia na yesi uko Kobama de mean second and it's around face ko Palmer or 20 nemo on say Chelsea omu 20 pictures ebaswa and I say omu publish omu 20 pictures eyana untan ko Palmer Chelsea for asheda na report I mean second say Chelsea 6 months and I say 6 weeks rather on them around face ko Palmer no precautionary measures and omu dia gwa kwam na omu say ebeye say around face ko Palmer wobatina fie be say 6 weeks na we say 10 matches dan say wo ebe rush around face ko Palmer amna about matches na what if be say 6 months and unti na Chelsea for enya to was yasa no na you say Chelsea for say for the next best 10 years omu say around face ko Palmer a generational talent enti enya dia ombe ha around kran omu nya to was here aman ho aton ansana we be see aka enema team from say Chelsea and no payere won sem ematio for ina el show no so na Joao Neves osina kan enema team from say Paris Saint-Germain na also Joao Neves uyo bi oforo nipa oshegwa na wayi ni samiensa ade achirewiem and no pay reporter men say kan say Joao Neves ne girlfriend your friend Madalena Aragao na Aragao say yemfatu obi anim say ono enanim dientia Joao Neves eshegwa na wayi ni 3 fingers na the thing say ono ababa wa friend say Madalena Aragao no woman abusiuma your rituals ewom na rituals ni say amamre esan say unu obite na unu nipa montam ekowa na obeso ka I love you ade cheni pakura we won samiensa ade che enunti na abrantia fan say Joao Neves oshego bia na wayi ni samiensa na say Joao Neves esa na ayeni su ene sere na otimi su ebo so otimi sere esan say abrantia no do ne pa eno ababa we fan say Madalena Aragao Joao Neves girlfriend and at this time abetu jana no pay no jere won sem emetefo nyina e o show no so na ukospina on say e wabre ko ba say tima ye from say Bansa any tima je from Villarreal came ananka e was about 20th December Hard Rock Stadium Miami ama empenifo ekotwam no report am say kan say e entowanto ebeto Fiorentino Perez and Juan Portantem na de me say kan say sa confrontation eguso ekoso no wo mu enyan solve ne nyame aduma wakina presidential box Santiago Bernabeu e was empenifo ni me ebetranse na ano Juan Laporta ekasai was say ye fatu obi anse nyame aduma wakina game ebaso no presidential box no oba comport no pa nemom de tense El Clasico go ba wontimi ka se onyinani na do betima ka se nansen otete se madefo se El Clasico me shada nye game bia ye fa ne normal nem omo bansa de sai ke omo fa ne normal wo me gidi e pa se wo ba wi ni bia e ba trendy e wo bia se esan se open game e bia se ye hwepa El Clasico enti omo meki anase omo ye do betim bia se bia bansa e be from ntuma pe fra na fanya me admo kina wo ma ni game edit team from se Real Madrid eno Juan Laporta and at the sunset to January Pau Kubasi was central defender Animatima je from Sebastian and Pau Kubasi Akasa Kumasi say yefa to obi anim say last season and no my course El Clasico Emma team from Sebansa woman dominating Real Madrid or GDA pass this season Tima you from Real Madrid improve pa na Madrid quality players or GDA pass this season Madrid from El Clasico Ebasuno woman from Emi Breso pa na Madrid for revenge na or GDA pass revenge Ebaso Emi Mweding Emma Tima you from Sebansa and no Pau Kubasi Sam Kakra what they to Janano Pere was a material for El Shono so na El Clasico Ebaso say players no woman shall say Ekasapa ko Kylian Mbappe na obi anu se Mbappe de otumi basa pa na Mbappe wakasa na Mbappe se Jean-François to obi anu se ono so gitum se El Clasico game e wi ase yehwe pa na o se El Clasico obetimi de compare big games a ewo Champions League nemo Ubala Liga nim dia big game ewom El Clasico enti omo hwani mu se nyame adom wo kine game eba so Santiago Bernabeu no tima ye from se Real Madrid eba win game no na yesema the person ombo Fulami Yama pa esanse na se Lami Yama ekoye interview atutu bi Erman Real Madrid yese okoma deda wo ma gidi e pass enoma ekoso no wo ma eni gidi abrante fa se Lami Yama eye no na omo se Jean Fatou Bianim say Obama the team na woman kro omo Kylian Mbappe omo kasai na Mbappe ebo World Cup hat-trick final and I say World Cup final hat-trick woman di omo kasai woman players are born omo ni ball woman players omo gi Champions League best 5 woman na enkasai o la me yama bada bay a wonya form 1 season best 2 season bia emre bia o kasa na o kasa edit team a je from say Real Madrid no enti yase o ko Real Madrid dressing room a woman say nyame ya dumo china game eba so no woman chira la me yama say born omuni bopa na oya kurawiswa na afenu wasisi nti oso kana no tum eti nyame aduma classico china eba so ne empire bedwa na obekra na no Saturday na mbe story eni man say el classico eba so okọ Santiago Bernabeu mande for asha say ye no ma na ana say el classico eba so mande for gidie pa say Barca for abo ma chenti e wo say omati omo enti oba Nhyira TV o YouTube ade wo hwe no el classico andro no me so ana say Santiago Bernabeu rather andro no me so na almost stadium light is hey stadium penny na henya san kito ko nyame admo kina made for no say omo hwe na say hwamhwe me stadium no so kra na afomudi dede na ntwene na guma Barca for no so na omo yo mo ho adwuma el Santiago Bernabeu na unim say in 3 consecutive season emre bia no yebo El Clasico enya Madrid player wobo hat-trick editia Barca. Now the 2022-2023 season, Karim Benzema ebo hat-trick. Editor team from Barca 2023-2024, Vinicius Junior ebo hat-trick. And after last season 2024-2025, around the Kylian Mbappe one also ebo hat-trick. Editor team je from FC Barcelona. Now we wadaru ma yen champion ko Manchester United. Mami Bruno Fernandes nyame aduma ene Manchester United game eba so no. Se Bruno Fernandes ebo bia wo bone 300 game edema tima ye from say Manchester United na Bruno Fernandes akasa was say ye fatu obi say ono was anya na ball edena kuma so na ni secret ene say ne ma me maka chen say was na opebo pa enunti ena wo say obobo opebo mu kasa ne san say ne bre so person e bi di yentie Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes.
No, it's very proud. It's a privilege, an honor. This is far from everything I have dreamed about, you know. I just wanted to play football when I was a kid, and now getting into this club and having the chance to play 300 times for this club, very grateful for me.
What is your secret to that?
It's something that my parents probably gave to me through them. I don't know, my love for football, the way I want to be always available, I always want to play football, I always want to be involved. You know, as a kid, I used to play football. My mom used to say I used to play football 24/7, so I'm no different. That kid is still inside me, that dream.
Okay, the Red Devils of Manchester United, my captain offense Bruno Fernandes, and our tenant now Bruno say, "Well, no, Adeba Kwedan as Kumaso, Manchester United Enuntino Saudi Arabia for the buyer wanko and they say when any wife Edin Kumo and the wife no Ebusan say Adia Pesa Manchester United what we and a Bruno's won or Pasoya Champions League and the Premier League and Manchester United Enunti and will take decisions say Uncle Saudi Arabia or better Manchester United now Adia Dana Kumasono why Edema Manchester United team and no Bruno Fernandes and I just send him to Janano Peno Jade update MTO for you show us live on Nhyira 104.5 FM Richardo.
Okay, nti nyame adoma wo china no the classico no ya the live commentary beba ya betena say on say no ya 3:15 but before na Ghana Premier League no so start 3 hanti ya be start with the Ghana Premier League na afia the classico no and so ababishimti Andy ane gabi to am gabi the four near Damase say modian akọ amene for ento so fama Nhyira 104.5 join here live at our YouTube weekend edition of Nhyira Guitar Passwords is born bra na also far message no bra enkin na enfama El Clasico China 3:30 3:15 and a game no ebaso ye ba be di hu komo of course Premier League no so the games be Serie A Bundesliga Samsung at the friendly league and the games you know ye be preview at the amount bra YouTube Nhyira TV never on message no ebra as usual Fifi Manfred Kofi Maresca good morning good morning I want to say okay mami ma wonya we ni na obetimi do message number of course prediction games na eba so ntiti the classic no obetimi do prediction no abana ya kenkan at the ama so behwa ahead of the game no and some baby Madrid players so mbuofu Lamine Yamal say Lamine Yamal kwan a ofa so ka Real Madrid in sem na so mutim no now Lamine Yamal ekura be 1-2 seasons be na so Lamine Yamal but as a brand ne kasa since so ade Ballon d'Or bi as why bi surunku bi of football mu a all Madrid players no munye bi utie Madrid players na I was as a brand no bua na omutim no enti sa brand no okoso ya sa mo ntwen e ma no kra ani sama do Hansi Flick on tena bench ni nyina no ye ba be di san komo no ewo dwumadie so to join a live ewo YouTube and chat TV never message no ebra kofi this time good morning.
Good morning.
Now what to say
nyame adu mo ya pa
e de nyame ase to say 10-2 no do aba pa won sima ni mienu yen kwa na yen start in preview no yen ko
now Monsieur and you for the betche me I think I have a very bad sore throat from now on my with fisherman's friend baby 2 packs so still now I feel that my tongue no so baby ASR okay I'll struggle a little bit with but you can make a
fan go bibia there
oh by no kind is not supposed to give me the sore throat. That's
but who they make
I didn't make us no kind is not supposed to give me that. I know what you're talking about.
But oh yes, smart guy. One thing I love about you, no,
yes, I'm me bomb
any what any boss.
By oral sex once now okay. Once the was someone to me can catch it. It's not the young confirm what I say. You who reach as some pedal once a boat radio so that's Dr. Kobe. And I don't know I'm able to catch him. So who reach as you tell you but the radio as well. Who 2 lives? Who life Bakona?
Who Bakona? We are chameleon. Dr. Kofi, good morning. I don't know. Living what test, Dr. Kofi.
Yeah, yesterday you talk about it. Was Diego Coco Duro? And Dr. Kofi and Casero.
Okay.
It's just Chelsea black meaning I could do I feel. The Kofi are friends of I Jesse. Yeah,
yeah, and the living waters hospital. Work is now.
It's how we now the Friday money. Because I say, but you still correct you. I don't have press to still around that. And that's the only thing. But we come on. Which now we can be. You've not won against Brighton and Hove Albion in a very long time.
Sure.
What say?
Oh, you break it that Jason.
You beat Brighton and Hove Albion.
Yeah. We are going to do it. And you do some game now. Make sure reason here. May I feel. For the very first time, you are going to beat them.
You bet Brighton and Hove Albion. Wow.
You beat them.
You beat Brighton and Hove Albion.
I know.
Oh,
minimum reasons.
But that would be a huge addition to Manchester United. So much to Brighton.
Yeah.
Because Bono, one to me share, and the much bitterest rivals are Liverpool.
Yeah.
So.
And your problem is say, I'm only by intimate we need to also too. Yes, sir. Your next game either say about draw or you lose it.
Yeah.
Now, yes, sir, son and the
yeah.
Any players need now you meeting catch them and look. This is Manchester United. And you're Brighton.
Yes, it's me improve.
And yes, every Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Say your book game, I'll see it to be shut what also.
Yeah.
And against Liverpool, mon function team say you kwakoshe sa game no. No like you shut Sunderland. You lose to Liverpool is normal. No, it's not normal. And so the initial boys meet him.
Let's start with the game that will go on at Stamford Bridge and then early kickoff, but the earliest of the kickoffs.
Sure, that is 2.
Because Chelsea Bobo Sunderland. You know that on the English Premier League table, Sunderland are 7th, the same point as Chelsea.
Okay.
And yet, small teams are, and Lebrie for one has done a very, very good job at Sunderland. Jumano on Sunderland for 1 year has been very instrumental. The likes of Nodi McCoy, the game that they are playing, almost some very good players about the come with team, and almost everything will be sharing, they are able to instill their style of play. Last time at Old Trafford, I think United were better than them with experience. Which you almost say When you come here and you open up too much, inexperience will show and will hurt you. And on the side of Maresca and Mantiano, I mentioned the last time, say whatever Enzo Maresca has been able to do, the most important thing, and they say they should be able to get consistent results now, because results in the aba. But how do you build momentum? When your momentum, you are going to be in serious trouble for yourself and for all club. So Chelsea should be able to build momentum in the lead up to games never, and start from this weekend. And yeah, Didier Drogba can see me, and I loved it. I get why people love Didier Drogba. I think he's a very circumspect person in terms of being a Chelsea legend. Drogba said, I said in the past that I don't recognize my team, and today my team has improved. Saying that at the time he made some mistakes, and now he said that Charlie, or no, or Cancofona Maresca by, and they didn't give credit to Enzo Maresca, no. But he has come to understand that the job that Maresca has done at Chelsea is huge, and he needs to give him credit. Now, since because social media, it is hard for me to see the Maresca doubters. But me naive. In as much as I've not done this job for too long, me naive. In the sense that results ekatani no biaso. Once results begin to plummet, the doubters will begin to pop up their heads again. The cracks on the wall will show. It's the story of Anna Slot. When it was nice, people sang the good song. And you know, there are Liverpool fans who are now saying that Anna Slot to crown Onyadie, and he can't manage the team. That is why every time you leave fans to do the argument, and as an analyst, you go on and talk about it. And now make a show. Say the return of Liam Delap will be a good one to him. Now, the Liam Delap arrival means that Enzo Maresca will be able to get somebody as the number 9, whilst Joao Pedro plays in behind as a second striker and operates in the half spaces for Abentia Ferro. Enzo Maresca the team is very, very important to be able to get that quality on the team, and it starts with Abentia Ferro and Liam Delap, who will be able to come in and come and play. Which the Chelsea, Ebebo Sunderland, no Masha. They need to be very, very patient and take their chances. It's the story of everybody that has met Sunderland. Sunderland forces you to play too quick and play fast. And then I think it is clear. Say Chelsea starting lineup, no. Per what happened in the Ajax Amsterdam game, no, Maggie will start. Because Oboni for just 45 minutes. And then you say, see the full pre-match press conference. He mentions in there that Maggie will be ready to start. Which, okay, I say, one time we be sending a message say on TSC Nitia Enzo Maresca Elbo Kyrie George. Now on the Maggie, I think so be some cry. And I make a choice say per the drop of a number 9 for Maresca. He wants the number 9 to occupy the center backs and stay within the width of the 18-yard box. You need to be positionally disciplined. And no Mr. Maresca. Maresca says since Maggie will feel La Masia Bayern. Now the training yet. On training or diagro or money straight tactical instructions say yes yeah now or Tyrion George rather was disciplined in that regard. Or see 2 weeks ago the reports were that a Maggie woman call Enzo Maresca Horum and okay and say chief the game time is I don't get to play. What is going on? Which they say Maggie nyansa sabe I call Maresca and the Maresca chain it nase. And only training videos of Maggie, his attitude when he's training to him say you don't train well. And if you don't train well, nothing shows that you play well. You need to be able to train harder than you play. Yeah. So prove to me.
We are not the areas of the eye selection.
And then the eye selection. Maresca said we had a chat with Mark 2 weeks ago. I said I didn't like the way he trained. Since we chatted, he has been top.
Finito.
The management of the young players has been very good. Another good thing for Maresca, because you could have said, so, oh, give your striker. Your striker is Nhyira. It's automatic here, man. Maybe Uncle Bebo would have done well, but you would have been sacrificing the general team principle and standards, no, for a short-term goal in Maggie. He decided not to go with that make sure say he teaches McGill a lesson, and then of course come and play. It's clear. McGill will start up top for Chelsea Football Club. João Pedro Bebonechi. Do you start Esteban Willian? Or you start Gittins?
Esteban.
Pedro Neto Momo right now. Gittins won the normal left. Because Pedro Neto, I want in a natural position.
Bobo.
Yeah, I know.
It is over body. Me who comes to be a woman.
Esteban full 90.
Yeah.
So maybe this game you shouldn't be started.
I didn't see.
Wait, Uzi, I did a video. Wait, man, I'm not starting boy na video. After the night, I didn't come in.
This is Sunderland. Open game, I bet you a Busia Brantin
on a 7-2.
Oh, come on. Look, Sunderland or your teams in army is stubborn. But who she had Chelsea in Manchester on the better level?
The start yesterday. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Me, I think so. Open games are. Every time I'm Brantin, Premier League, no boy. These are some of the games.
Okay.
Sunderland Musano.
A very, very good thing is Marco Crean Bekacho after the Champions League for the very first time or stay for 90 minutes.
Okay.
Which is good for Marco Crean because now Maresca match be Obi on only Moise Caicedo. So the management of them has been good. Maresca say almost 3 sets of nutritionists. Almost the general nutritionist for the team. And almost nutritionists for players are almost normal injuries. But players which is set Lavia regimes no. Maresca so many are specialist nutritionist. It's almost the nutritionist is careful with the kind of food that they eat. And he was giving journalists an insight on the kind of work that goes on behind the scenes for Chelsea Football Club, which, like you said, for Chelsea to be able to get the momentum and get into it, build on some momentum, no. Matches like Sunderland, Eurofie, I expect that Enzo Maresca and Mantiano should be able to win. Which the rest of the 3 p.m. games still are very interesting. Newcastle Belba against Fulham, Eurofie. Newcastle is almost the 12 position really green. And Fulham the last time out drop points against your fellow Arsenal. I expect that this is a game that will be very cagey. My pick for this one is a draw between Newcastle and its team my friend Fulham. I will jump the Manchester United game because I can. The next slide may your one. Brentford and Liverpool, very interesting. Rich, Manchester United are Brighton and Hove Albion. Bruno, it looks like now there is good vibes. Oh, United. Bruno Koye interview. Now, I know this sending a message to X and me say. Who know what Bruno say have him now? Have him so beating the Champions League in EPL. Oh, no,
no, you want Kasa. Ombusane say. Now was here to say so cause Saudi Arabia. I am great. Now Kofi no. And then the Arabia say, Chairman. Now what do you know about Manchester? What we now because of Saudi Arabia? No.
Yes, or just on over.
But some me free Manchester. Just imagine the champion.
Oh, give you something.
Now the NBA champion.
Now we hear that.
Masa. You see it.
Lami,
Yamano, you the chairman. You know you Lami. What I say. Now this season and non Chelsea next season to be more.
But
I can play next season and win it.
But this season also about in the future after the World Cup. It's after the World Cup, bro.
I'm going to confused. And they double standard.
We will make the league. We got a league and Champions League. We will make
the league. You leave.
You league,
wait.
That's a name and Faba.
Oh, league we know. Arsenal, I'm sure Mokaka, to be honest with you.
But the dance are part of Cambridge.
And yet, depth now as an Akuta.
Yes, City, you have a referee.
City.
Oh, Chelsea will do.
Yeah, next switch and against City will be them. Hey, no, Kofi. You're finding antidote to your problems.
Antidote, they come off. You don't come off. You never say, I'm a mommy English, very carry on antidote number one. You go. Oh, mommy, baby, fine. Antidote, you go.
Yo, panacea.
What's our panacea?
To the solution and to the problem.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's in your problem. You see, you share Liverpool because a mindset of the players.
Okay. Oh, but before that, now see I'm doing that.
But the result now, as I said, them.
And
yes, or yard,
Hey, to what you are the chief Guardiola. Now, I'm already here on my Australia. To what you call World Cup qualifier, you are the chief Guardiola.
No, it's Man City. You see, players in the fashion team say this is Manchester that we are playing.
Okay.
A result-oriented club. It is a team Liverpool against Brighton. We should see Brighton as a team. Okay.
But I get where you are coming from, say, Liverpool, it can be easier to get the mentality. But what I'm saying here in relatively smaller games, like
relax,
Brighton, relax.
Brighton.
Exactly. I get what you're saying.
Antina make us say this game na dey here by psyche.
Yeah.
Young country players in Seshaman. Game na Ekobono. Yashe Liverpool.
Yeah.
A huge statement the attribute na say United the inside be any maybe ni.
Yeah.
Young for Brighton ka ho. Nema amon for who say now Manchester United ya arrive it. Simple.
In my last 7 games, Manchester United.
Omo boy sir. Omo boy left you. Brighton ground go be omo show on a good day.
It's the
told man
yeah.
I mean money and no show more Amazon between.
If Brighton win today, they will become the first side in the Premier League history to win 4 consecutive league games against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Before now, it was 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, and I usually almost El they are a good team. I think that Manchester United can get something out of this game using the game plan of Sunderland. In the Sunderland, also be able to box Brighton now. When they come and they play, maybe in games like this, it fits Ruben Amorim's side. When you concede possession to them, the only difference is that now, Brighton also have a very good midfielder works hard. Brighton, your friend Yasin Ayari, Carlos Baleba, and Brighton Ferro, rooted, Giovanni rooted, solid, work hard on and off the ball with good defense of Van Herkel and Dunk with that quality. Of course, Yakuba Mente and Brighton friend Danny Wilbeck will provide the threat for them. I think that Ruben Amorim's plan will be to go long again. Use Benjamin Sesko as a hold up and then look to get something out of it. Money Brighton match, and I won't predict to win. But what I know is that the game will not end in a draw.
Yeah,
yes, and it's going to be 2 or more goals. So either team to win and over 1.5 is my pick in some match, which Liverpool are going to a difficult place in a difficult time after winning big.
Another gamer, Liverpool ever said this game, Brentford.
It's going to take them away from the trophy.
Brentford team is stubborn, I'm telling you.
It's what
I'm gonna Crystal Palace and say, look, Brentford team now. I am near Bournemouth.
You have to take them serious. Okay, last week, Bournemouth. I'm share West Ham United on Monday. I'm share West Ham by 2-0. But still, your friend is saying Keith Andrews, the coach of Brentford, has done a good job.
Sure.
Very, very good job. I mean, on your points against Chelsea, games that we thought that they would struggle, they've gone there, they've gotten wins away to Wolves, away to Sunderland.
But I'm trapped in the
yeah.
After losing in Buemo, Wisa,
which you see,
they affect you, Mokaka.
No, which I'm going to from Monday. Hey, who said it? Where did I hear it from? Which the most important thing in football, and the coach.
Okay.
Brentford is an example. Brighton is an example. The most important thing in football is structure.
Oh, structure now.
Yes. And
it, be about now or
yeah, because look at how big Thomas Frank was.
Left.
And you know na enka Thomas Frank no. It's common now relegation. Now look at the other side. The other side is West Ham United. Nottingham Forest. They had strong coach David Moyes and Nuno Espirito Santo. But immediately Nuno Espirito Santo left there because they built the team for just Nuno Espirito Santo. The team is struggling. David Moyes, Shanko Faba, Julian Lopetegui, all of those names. And now, Nuno Espirito Santo lost 2-0 to Leeds. So structure is so important. And I think that is the strength of Brentford. We have a strong structure with data, tactics, all of those things, and I like to to the extent that Keith Andrews was just a set-piece coach. And then the catch-all. Time at Chelsea, therefore, Bernardo Cuevaro. And nobody Keith Andrews by. He was just a true-in coach. And now look at what they are doing. So structure is very important. Which I think this game is going to be difficult. The last thing I would worry about is more scoring goals. Which have you seen Mohamed Salah's data this season as compared to last season? Chance creation, shots in the box, touches in the box. Yeah.
I'm a game against Leverkusen.
Yeah.
A whole salon to bench.
Yeah. He dropped him.
So I ran number 4.
But is that the best way to manage Mo?
Maybe.
Say,
maybe I all can't say.
Let him understand that you want more from him.
On some maintenance. Yeah. And what the idea, but
yeah.
So now as I from T Pijan, yes, you be movable. Go to the result.
Yeah. Per the starting lineup, it means that Abrantia Feno Henderson is going to go back and play against the former team in Liverpool. Mohamed Salah looks to be back. Of course, Ryan Gravenberch out. So if he's on the bear, Curtis Jones and Abrantia Feno is McAllister with Hugo Ekitike back in it, which I think Liverpool will win it slightly. Okay. They'll edge slightly over there. Which I was saying this thing. The Grand Clasico is the best game in any club football game in the world. I undisputable. Whether you look at it from the historical basis, look at it from the analytical base and player quality, whether you look at it from the media coverage and how people follow it, it tells you it. It's rich. Where would the Grand Clasico be played? I mean, at much at 3 p.m. Everybody in Europe has cleared that space for them. Obia clear space, no, I'm El Clasico, because your TV rights will not give you people going to watch El Clasico. Obia Chelsea look at El Clasico, they want to go and watch El Clasico. A global thing. The war literally stops. That is what was it Mbappe was saying in time when I got beyond story. The war stops at El Clasico. You see, in the last few years, we didn't get a big El Clasico because they weren't the names that showed the El Clasico. They when Messi and Ronaldo left very early, no, Mbappe, Benzema, Mbappe, but they didn't have the real big names. This time, the names are back. In fact, it started last season. Lamine Yamal Ibanez Nazari is the face of Barcelona. Whether you like it or not, you can't say that Mbappe is not up there in terms of the face of Real Madrid. So you can either choose Mbappe or Vinicius Junior, but Madrid have the face against Barcelona for which there are a lot of subplots in the Clasico this time. It's a normal down soon. We will talk about the subplots. Which do you know the day I really got to know say El Clasico no Barca for Madrid for they don't just despise each other, but to me you see the word hater. I usually don't like it in football. But for me, because Madrid, any Barca for and Paul watch them, and they literally hate each other. Maybe for the very first time I'll accept it. Which they don't like each other. I've not been to Spain before. I've not been to Blaugrana or Madrid before. Alright. The ability to read and comprehend has taken me to Blaugrana without my feet going there. I watched the documentary of Luis Figo moving from Madrid to Barcelona. Oh my days. Way too much. It was not a good sight to watch. Luis Figo said he up to today, when he goes to Barcelona or any Barcelona game, he said he's seen more as a Madrid person than a Barca person. Wherever he goes to Madrid games, still, it tells you how deep-seated it is. And you see, our geopolitical undertones. When the people of Catalan wanted their freedom, they always felt, say, Madrid and everything Madrid is seen as superior to Catalan. It is a Madrid side there. We are member for paying Catalan for us. And it has evolved and come into football. It is a Lamine Yamal. Lamine has picked the sport. He represents it. And whether you see it as arrogant or not, Lamine feels like last season one can't also only to use over that. Okay, Chomo. I see that show 4. We beat him. So if you want us to stop talking, beat us. So whether the Madrid players are happy or not in their dressing room, one cup of tea. Beat the boy. Send 2-3, send 4, send back to back. How many Barcelona coaches have done that? Hansi Flick and I think Pep also, who have done beating Barcelona.
I'm sure I'm saying 4 times.
Yes, easy. El Clasico, near Chihuahua 9, and you coach will Carlo Ancelotti, and there was Mbappe, there was Vinicius Junior, there was Jude Bellingham. Yeah. Barcelona have the right. Lamine has the right. I read that interview, the transcript for the interview. Lami is a pass for no complain. Madrid for no complaining dodo. Maybe Osun, so they only cheat and complain. And is he not saying the truth? Doesn't really complain at almost every opportunity given to him. Maybe it comes down to today, which sets the tone for the game. It has set the tone for the game, whether you like it or not. And it's going to make it very, very interesting. Which, Sisi Ayekasi, who is Barcelona's best player? I say Marcus Rashford.
Samu.
I mean, say Marcus, senior man Marcus.
Who did that in India?
Marcus. And then Marcus to score better one. Ochina. Fair, my background, not for real. Do you remember your first El Clasico? She go Englishman. Marcus Rashford, Englishman. The first El Clasico, Omo
oh, it's our form.
Aye. Marcus Rashford.
Bobo on the camera, but me just a bit.
That's only him about the phone side.
Almost him.
On Mesha Madrid.
I doubt any day.
Yes, only him on the side.
Me who passes on Mesha Madrid. Who is that?
Marcus Rashford formally a very, very good rich. Oshe we scouts now in assist the penalty box penetration inside, and at this point it looks like he is, of course, Kylian Mbappe is playing, and they're playing very, very well in terms of the players now ever back. Which, so you see, how do you expect the both coaches to approach the game? Who is there? Xabi Alonso has done one part of the job. Wait, let me answer this question in this way. Which of the two teams is most balanced at this point in time?
Most balanced?
Yeah.
I'll choose Real Madrid.
Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I think I agree with you.
I'll choose them.
And the thing you know what I'm going say, which Xabi Alonso had found ways to make the Madrid team balance. This Madrid team was not as balanced as it is right now as compared to last season. Now, say Mastantuano the Baba Jumanama team now, he brings him in. Yes, Carvajal is back, Trent Alexander and Arnold is back. But I don't think those two players will make so much of a difference on the off. Maybe in games like this, you rather want to start with Federico. Or maybe Carvajal, but still have Federico in the middle. And then add Orienchi next to him. But now the big question becomes, does he drop Abrante friend add a Gule and then start with Abrante, your friend Franco, or any more Mastantuano as part of the players? What does he have to do? It is one of the big questions that comes into this game. Where does he start in this game? You agree with the starting lineup?
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Bellingham, Gule, Mastantuano, Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, Valverde, Rada at fullback.
You went on the ball. Juve game, no?
Yeah, similar. No, so much. No, Gula started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Gula no Nimbobo.
Yeah, Gula is very good.
In fact, make sure against Juve. I was asking myself,
Gula is very good.
I didn't know Carlo Ancelotti knew
very, very good.
Very, very good on the ball.
Very, very good.
And decided games.
It's the overall Carvajal.
Maybe
Gula.
Yeah.
Gula there means that you need workaholics around him because Gula doesn't work as much as Mastantuano. Yes, any Valverde.
Sure.
Do you agree, sir? Ubebo Valverde rather than Carvajal.
Carvajal.
Before injury, I think this is his first training session. Also. You start him.
Carvajal.
So over Carvajal. Okay, over Carvajal. I mean that I can't Valverde. What the Valverde?
Everybody position.
I'm a free for. No, you went for because there's Bellingham and there's too many. Do you wait for all the Valverde Beshima?
Can you show money in my boat? A Valverde.
Oh, rich. Things are build up no on the struggle.
On the struggle.
Because Valverde Valverde 8 that would do box to box. But you many a specialist sixer or makes my blind build up make a crack.
Minimum the member of Valverde because they're classical.
But yes, I agree. I get the point. Is a classical. You need Valverde's attribute. So then take the opportunity and drop Carvajal and then play this one day.
Valverde Mumo a Carvajal position.
Yes, so Otabo right back. Yes, I can. Of course, you will not get the best out of Valverde from right back. But again,
also Valverde is our place now. Game the best tougher or down a long drive will be now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wouldn't know what I can say. carve our position
right back.
Restrict no kakra.
But also we can push in and come central, depending on game state.
What happens to Okwa Nechi?
That is why you have
a lot of space there.
So you see, I saw something in the earlier seasons. No, now Xabi Alonso Pessoye or started with Trent. So that Trent ever inverted her. Sometimes Valverde more this side of where Mastantuano is. Valverde will drop to come and cover. So in a game like this, it is either Valverde that you have to go too much, or when he goes, you have Chimeni stepping back to deal with that. Because in both many decisions and rich, it is rich reward. It depends on your shape pros and cons now. There are cons they want form, and are the cons that we think we can handle and you to see. I think that Madrid can handle this kind of cons. Play Valverde at right back. Give Militao and United the chance to play at centre back. Very good ball playing, very good combativeness, very good physicality. All of them. Out Alvaro Carreras. Jude Bellingham for the occasion, the personality, and all of that it takes. And of course, the box crashing. Then Vini and Mbappe. It's a lethal starting lineup. Which, on the Madrid side, if you are asked to pick who will decide the game, who do you think will decide the game?
Of course, Mbappe.
I have an unusual choice.
Sir,
Thibaut Courtois.
Okay.
I think Courtois will be the difference maker in Amiens Mochina. I think Barcelona will get chances. Which, do you know my worry with Barcelona? And now it was clear. Said Rafinha will not play. Those that went to the Civitas Esportiva to go and watch Barcelona for the training, you know, which already on Nico Tito, no, almost Rafinha just the gym work. Or gym work, one go park, those one go ball work training. So they are thinking that in their conclusion, Rafinha may not start in today's game, or maybe he's going to be out. Granted, if he's not start, it's a big blow to Barcelona. And the reason why I say this is that, so Usha Barca team now, maybe today, Rashford is the most informed player. Yeah, maybe Lamine Yamal is a great player generally for Team FN Football Club Barcelona. But the person that makes that Barcelona team tick, you know, I am to defend Rafinha. Unless you don't want to give credence to him. Say you see Obi Bobo. Now making the team tick. For me, I said it. The athleticism of Abenche friend Rafinha, and then the PMP, pace and power for him to go and come. It makes Barcelona tick. Which my last question to you, and I'll wrap up. Frankie de Jong, any Pedri Gonzalez midfield versus Bellingham Chimeni midfield. Of course, you have number 10 sneak count. Ada Gule, any Lopez midfield. Who wins it?
On any day, I'll choose the Barca midfield.
The Barca midfield. But one baby, Xabi Alonso the baby woman. He will put Valverde here. Okay. And win it 4v3. I think that is where the difference comes in. That was how much now Barcelona are going to play. Which at the Santiago Bernabeu, Madrid have good form. They've played very, very well. I think it's advantage Real Madrid, and I think that Madrid will get. Your friend is saying revenge against them. I think they will get it. It's me quote neighbor, and now I was reminded why I don't like the work of Maximiano Allegri in manager. Madrid are leading. AC Milan were leading 1-0 against Pisa. It was the last game on the slate for the boys. Only 10 odds. And the BBC me share my phone. Because share Pisa better can early be AC Milan 2-1. And then they ended up drawing the game. Luka Modric won the man of the match, but it has put them in a tight place. Which an area there is going to be Napoli versus Inter Milan. I told you the last time, I need to give credit to Christian Kivu. Why are they? The last two games from about Inter and Napoli has been very tight. Remember Lukaku is coming back for Team Efreno at Napoli. I think at home, a Napoli double chance in the Italian Serie A is something that is going to happen. Let me say thank you to BRH and then Saturday. Yeah, we've told you several times this OTH Sharp Power Sports that you will never go 2 or 3 days consistent at home debate.
Okay.
And I think on Thursday and Friday it hasn't gone well. I know for sure saying there are bets coached to win into the show. So I just take your pen and paper and I start to watch your bets way happening. First one, BW 1B 88 DC A6 and on the first one. Second one BW 1B88 B4 FD. Third one BW 1B88 95 EF E7 sorry. And our last one BW 1B88 25 ED. The very last one BW 1B87 ED 44. Rich, these are my codes for a next Saturday.
But into Jumadian 4.5 weekend edition of Nhyira Guitar Passports. Yeah, live or YouTube Nhyira TV. Obetimi do message no abana akenkan dia ma Bismarck osu bempire la bewie e dia ma wa manene na Alcina Boga Asani player Barcelona signs and is in form. Scores it's a Clasico game. Okay. That's what so Chelsea Barcelona sign player bia no former. There's a Marcus Rashford. Ebetimi ashe e go. Yate. At Kwesi Amufa 97-96. Also, why play midfielder while your right backs are fixed? Okay, and say, we've had in common and no, and on so this message no at the by AJ Ministries. As both teams to score will be the best pick for their Clasico. Muhammad message abanina oblite komi Rashid Salifu. Amuna mama komra na meka message mehim na maka message no etimi edi amamicha 104.5 Bismarck usu bempa ya lanso so batonum na 10:38 odi akona yedi nkomo no edi amama catch up say ne games no edos including the biggest official weekend ever so their classical Real Madrid etna Santiago Bernabeu na wabo Barcelona awo hano Aya Ochina 3:15 here the line commentary ebe free video ha e de abentu bi so betimi do message no abana yakenkan e de amount Joyce nsia me hu message no me enkomra na messages out do amodi abani na me tro go na later na me kan ni na no timi e de amamo Bismarck Ozubempa Ayala. Good morning.
Good morning.
What you say?
Oh, nyame adom me ho ya.
E de nyame ase. Also for a na minim baby abeshe o preview na se ade e free
na dey say enye kasa tintin bia games na eyo mo ho and we will go straight forward na the analysis na to form boko ade ama ye tie for ne ya for Mr. Safi na wa joining already on so a live on Nhyira TV on YouTube. Nhyira TV on YouTube with my CI. You can watch the show live. Any analysis na ye no enyina na wetimi enjoy show no. I'm Rich and I'm starting with some few comments on the Napoli Inter game. And me termina as few comments because enye in-depth analysis na me ba be ye. Inter League and Napoli be free on some. Now, I am going for say one advantage Napoli had last season was that they were not playing in Europe until they were playing one game every week, which was domestic football and a Momuji League.